Hello and welcome to Dickinson's Real Deal. On this show, I help members of the public to get the very best price for their antiques and valuables. They get a choice. Sit down with one of our regular dealers. Now, they're going to try and tempt you with a cash offer on the table today.
I'm not stopping.
Oh, good.
If I don't think that's enough money, I'm going to advise you to reject it and have a bit of a gamble and go to auction in the hope that you will get a little bit more money there. Today the show comes to you from Peterborough. Just look at this crowd. They've been here since early this morning. They are determined to do business. They want to walk away with cash in their pocket or gamble and go to auction. But either way, they want the real deal.
The early birds are first through the door, and I wonder what they brought to tempt our dealers with today. Straight over to the lovely Carindel Memy, where Jessica and Mum Tracy are hoping this deal will be crystal clear.
Hi, it's Tracy and
Jessica.
Jessica. Oh, lovely to have you on the show, Jess. We love the young uns when they come on. So, you're not selling the family inheritance here, little Jessie's inheritance, I hope. Do you like this glass?
Yeah, but not really for me.
Not nice enough for Mum to keep it?
Not really for me, no.
No. Are these pieces you've collected?
Yes, yeah.
Oh, no. So you know your stuff then. I'm in trouble.
I know a little bit.
Yeah. Let's have a quick look. Really nice pieces of art glass, aren't they? Do you go for the colours? Is that what grabs you, or the designs, or the factory?
Yeah, the colours. I tend to, group them together
Yeah.
when I have them on display.
So you're redecorating? Is that what?
We've moved, so we have less space now.
Okay. Different taste, perhaps?
Yes.
Yeah. So now time to go.
Time to go.
Right.
yes.
Which is your favourite?
I think
This piece here?
that one, yeah.
And is this the Dartington?
That's right, yes.
Yeah, it's great colour, isn't it?
It's
that
lovely.
real turquoise colour. Almost sort of geometric design, isn't it? Wavy too, isn't it? Sometimes you think of it as white friars, but it's not actually, is it?
No, it's
But
not.
I think this little
That
jobby is.
isn't it? Yes.
And they always designed in very sort of naturalistic, and in this case it's bark, I think, is the
Yeah.
inspiration here, isn't it, on this one? And that beautiful green one, the blue. I mean, fabulous colours. What a collection. What have we got? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 pieces of art glass. So if I can tempt you, is there anything special?
Jessica would like a new smartphone.
Oh, Jess, so we've got to do our best for you, have we? Okay. Right, you see these? Do you know what these are?
£50 notes.
Oh, she knows the stuff, this girl. And you've got 2 of them. There's £100 there. And I don't know how much this little collection's cost you,
It's
Tracy.
not enough, I'm afraid.
No. Which was the most expensive piece?
Probably the Dartington glass.
And how much
yes.
was that one?
Oh, it's about £40, that one.
Yeah, okay. £120, and that is me done.
Another £10 to go towards the phone.
No.
Just a little bit more.
No, sorry, Jess, and don't look at me with those eyes.
Yeah, the eyes, Jess.
You don't have to take my money. I mean, that may not be the best buy of these. Have you been to auction?
No, we've never been before.
No? Could be exciting. Could get loads of buyers that might fight over it.
What do you think, Jessica?
Up to you. It's your glass, you know more than me.
I think we'll take the money.
Oh no, am I now the owner of all this glass?
You certainly
Oh,
are.
thanks, Tracy. Thanks,
Thank
Jess.
you.
And I hope that's enough money.
Yeah.
Yeah, brilliant. So we're all happy, really.
What a smashing deal. Next we join Brenda Hallow, where Annalise is hoping she'll serve up a tasty figure for her silver spoon.
Okay, you brought me something interesting. From Bavaria?
I had it inherited from my uncle and adopted uncle and auntie.
Yes, and it's an anointing spoon.
Yeah,
So you've had it in the family a long time?
yes, 40 odd years.
40 odd years.
Yes.
Oh, and why are you getting rid of it today?
Well, I want to reduce my,
Amount of things you have.
yes,
Okay.
I do.
I'm sure it's from Bavaria because here we have the bear. It has a gilt bowl, so it's got a gold wash in the bowl
Yeah.
over the silver. It looks in pristine condition. Anointing spoons, what they used to use them for, I still do occasionally. If it's a family piece, you would have used it for christenings, things like that, to put the water onto the baby sometimes. But it is a lovely piece. And I do like the twisted handle to it as well. But it's in lovely condition.
All right. Let's start with £20.
Oh, you must be joking.
£40.
No.
£60.
No, I wouldn't let it go for 60.
Wouldn't?
No.
£80.
You must still do a little bit better.
Must I?
Yes.
Okay. Oh dear. £90.
No.
I'm wondering what you want for this.
Yeah, you have a guess.
£95. And I think that's where I want to leave it.
If you put another 20 to it, I accept them.
What I will do is take those two away, and I will do that. I will do around 100, but Annalise, the purse is now shut. So what do you want to do? Oh, hello, David.
Now, Annalise, it's never a good sign when Brenda says the purse is shut. Sometimes we can bring a crowbar in and we can kind of jemmy it open.
Very rare.
But very rarely. OK, there are two estimations here, 80 to 120 and 100 to 150. The question is, can you do better by going to auction? There's nothing wrong with the offer in cash at the moment. If you want to gamble, you can go to the auction. You may get a little bit more. It might be 120, 130, but then you will have a commission to deduct. So, your choice. It might bring more, but it's a gamble.
There you go. Good advice. Yeah.
Yeah, good advice.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I accept it then.
Okay,
Yeah,
well done.
I accept. Thank you very much, Brenda.
Dankeschön.
Right, bitte.
It's time to look in on Mark Stevens' table, where Margaret's hoping to swap pen for paper.
Very pleased to meet you. I can see you bought me in some Mustard Cartier pens and a key holder there. Tell me, how did you come by them?
They actually belong to my brother-in-law, and he has gone into residential care, so everything in the house has been sold.
Right, so all the items are basically going to be sold on...
For his
benefit?
Yes. Yeah.
OK. These items here, I believe, are made in the 70s and 80s. I think the fountain pen there and the ink pen, and there's also the biro there, is that correct? And the key ring here. Cartier are one of my favourite jewellers. The quality of some of their early work by Jacques Cartier is outstanding. I mean, you're talking thousands upon thousands upon thousands for the right items. The Mustard Cartier is a range that Cartier produced as really a lot of gifts. Having said that, this would have been expensive even in the 70s. This would have cost money.
I think they were bought in possibly in Paris.
Yeah. Well, Cartier retail in London, Paris, New York, and I think possibly Milan. I mean, they're lovely. They're all in their original red. All Cartier boxes are red with this lovely gilding around the outside of them. They're very nice things. Second-hand value is another ball game. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put some money on the table and we can talk and just see how we go. How about that?
Yes, that's fine.
OK, let's see what we've got. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140, 160 pounds.
No.
I knew you were going to say that. Correctly I stopped, I knew you were going to say that. I tell you what I do, about 180 pounds.
No, I think they're worth more than that.
You've got 4 items there. There's 180 on the table. I'll make it £200. But that's really where I want to be with these.
No, thank you very much for your offer, but I think I'll take them to auction.
I wish you the best of luck. I hope you do really well in there. Thank you very much for bringing them in to me today. Thank you.
Well, Mark's offer was well under the independent valuation, wasn't it, Margaret? We'll see if your Cartier pens do better under the gavel of auctioneer Colin Young after the break.
£100. They've got 100. They're miles away from the reserve.
Welcome back to Dickinson's Real Deal. A moment ago, Mark offered Margaret a mere £200 for her Cartier pens.
No, thank you very much for your offer, but I think I'll take them to auction.
We're joining the Duke in the sale room where he's looking after her interests.
Now, on the dealer's day, Margaret brought along 3 gold-plated Cartier pens. A fountain pen and I think a couple of ballpoint pens. They were unused. She sat down with Mark Stevens. Mark said, I'll give you 200 quid. I like those. She said, I think they're worth a bit more than that. She can't make it here today, and I'm looking after her interests. My only reservation is the reserve is 300 quid. Are they going to make it? It might be a little bit expensive for 3 second-hand pens.
There we go, lot number 45 are 3 Cartier of Paris pens this time with their display boxes. Very elegant looking lot this. There we go, what should we say for this one? Surely we're going to have a good result. Who's going to start me at 300? £300, start me. 300, 2 to go then, surely. £200, anyone? 200. £100 then, surely. £100.
They've got 100. They're miles away from the reserve.
180, do I see it? 180, 180, 200 now, 200 per bidder, 200, 220, 240, 240, 260, 280, no. At 260 is on a bit of 260, 280 now, surely, at 260.
300 is the reserve.
320 now, 320 bid, 40 now, 340, 360, 380, at 360 bid, 380 now, 380 bid, 400 do I see, at 380 is all in bid at 380, we all done at 380, no we're not, 400 bid, at 400, 420 now, at £400 bid, any more bids then, at 400, it's your last chance, we're all done and finished and we will sell this time at £400.
Gavel has just gone down at £400. Now, that's taken me a bit by surprise. I didn't think it would quite make the 300 reserve. But there were 3 items, and a private buyer in the sale room wanted them. Take away the commission, and that's £340. And that's the amount that we're sending off to Margaret. I'm sure she'll be pleased.
No doubt, David. Now, what's that I spy on the horizon? Why, it's David Ford.
Hi, Penny, I'm David. Lovely to meet you. So you have a nautical background, do you?
No.
Oh, you weren't a wren or something? Or...
No.
No? OK, so what's the story? How did you come to own this telescope?
My father had it. It was given to him by an old gamekeeping gentleman.
All right.
And other than that, I know no more. I just found it when Dad passed on.
You think there was a gamekeeper wandering around looking for... this?
Could be.
I think it's too strong, too powerful, because
Yes,
it's actually quite a good telescope. It says, I think it's Lieutenant C.J. Trower, RN. And you say it's also up there?
Yes, on the cap.
Oh, yes. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? I think it probably dates towards the end of the 19th century, I think, 1880, something like that. It's very difficult to date these things accurately. I'd love it a bit more if all these fittings were brass rather than just, well, silver-plated nickel, really. I quite like it. I'm sorry it's got a bit of a dent. That I don't like, but generally speaking, I like it. I don't think it's worth a fortune.
Oh.
No. But there's £20. But you'd like a little more than £20?
I certainly would.
You would?
Oh, I would.
Seem adamant about that. OK, Penny, how about £40?
No way.
Really?
No.
Yeah, then I want to pay a lot more. £50?
No.
But don't you think £50 is quite good?
No, not
yes,
at
David,
all.
You give
not
me some
at
good
all.
advice.
Well, you know the old saying, I see no ships. I don't see anything at 50 quid, really, because it's Ross of London. It really is a very, very nice quality instrument. But the independent valuers and the auctioneer, they're all 100 to 150. What you need to be doing is manoeuvring David slightly up a little bit.
I'm going to try.
But it is a nice object. And as I say, I think David is, I think he's being a bit foxy. I think he's got a place in his home for such a beautiful item as that?
It is worth a little bit more money, Penny.
I thought it might be.
£70. £80.
No.
I'll go another fiver because I like it well enough. There's £85 and that's my offer.
I'd like you to change the 5 to a 10 and then I'll do a deal,
William,
if that's OK.
go on then. Let's not be mean. So we've got £90.
Nice.
And we shake hands?
We will.
All right, Penny. The telescope, now I paid £90 for that, which was enough money, but I really liked it because, well, my eldest stepson, he is Flag Lieutenant to the First Sea Lord. He won't mind me saying this to the world. And so I'm going to give it to him as a present. I think he'll love it.
Next up, Stephen's hoping Brenda shares his taste in pottery. His wife certainly doesn't.
Hi, Stephen. I'm Brenda.
Hello.
You good?
Yes, thank you. And you?
OK, I'm fine.
Good.
Was this a present?
No, I actually bought it for myself.
Oh, did you?
And my wife didn't like it, so I'm selling it.
Oh, how long ago was this?
Ooh, about 4 to 5 years ago.
Does she collect Carlton ware? Because that's what this is.
No, I just like the colour and,
Yes.
and everything about it. I took it home and she said, I don't like it.
Oh, for goodness sake.
And I've kept
dear.
it and it's time to sell. It just doesn't come out.
Ginger jar. Round about, I would say probably about the 50s, 60s. It's not too early, I wouldn't have thought, because it's got the Made in England at the bottom here. And it's Carlton ware. It's not the best of colours, I will say that.
Oh, right.
It is a masculine colour.
Right.
I have got a blue one. I have got a green one.
Right.
I haven't got a red one or maroon.
Right.
I'll get my purse out.
Okay.
See what we can put down. I hope you're not going to be disappointed, but I think you might be.
Right.
Let me see. 20?
No.
30?
No, I'd like a little bit more than that.
35. That's where I lie.
You wouldn't do a little bit more?
Did you see that purse?
I did.
Did you see it go closed?
Oh, I was hoping it'd open again.
That's where I'm sitting. So there's £35 on the table, Stephen. Are you a gambling man? Do you want to go to auction?
No, I don't know. I think I'll take the £35.
You'll take the 35?
Yeah.
All right. Now I've got a complete set in every colour. Am I ever going to sell them?
I'm sure you will. Thank you. Went to see Brenda. She offered me £35. The auctioneer's costs and that made it worth while me for taking £35. I know I paid £80 for it, but things have gone down in market price.
So, what have we got today?
An item from my great-grandparents. They had this from new and it's been in the family ever since.
So I date this little beauty here to about 1870, 1880. It's a typical sort of Staffordshire piece of pottery from about the 1880s. What it's trying to emulate here with this design is what they call the Amari palette, which was a Japanese design that was quite expensive in the early part of the 19th century. So a lot of the Staffordshire potters picked up on these beautiful sort of cobalt blues and these lovely iron reds. And it was a really popular pattern of its day.
Yes.
Let's have a look condition-wise. Looks quite good from here, actually.
Yes, there's no chips or cracks or anything in it.
No, which is a bit of a miracle when you think, what, it's 130 years old.
That's
That's amazing,
right, yes.
isn't it? This is a sort of triangular wedge shape. Often you get the cheese domes, what they call the Stilton domes.
Yes.
Because cheese in those days was really expensive. We sort of take it a bit for granted these days.
Absolutely.
But it was a luxury then,
Look what
wasn't
it cost to fill it.
Yeah, I know. Probably more than this is worth now.
Yeah.
OK, let's stick some money out. 20, 40, £60, Faye.
I think you can do a little better than that.
I would love to do a little better than this, but I'm not. I know exactly what this is worth, and it isn't an awful lot more than what I'm putting down. I will put, and this will be my last bid, I will put another tenner down, and then I'm afraid that is me done. Hello, David. I think you're about to get some advice.
Now, normally, I'm saying to her, there's not enough money on the table, but as it so happens, £30, £40, that is the estimation of the auctioneer and the independent valuers. I know it doesn't sound a lot for a wonderful looking item like that, but that is the going rate. So on the day I'm going to say, reluctantly, she's on the money, and I think it's a good deal at that. I would accept.
Thank you for your advice.
Got a deal?
I'm happy to deal with that.
Thank you so much, Faye.
Thank you.
Coming up, love is in the air.
Well, I was just out one day and I saw her and I fell in love with her.
But who will get the girl?
Right, I can understand you finding it appealing. There is something about her that's delightful, isn't it?
Welcome back to Dickinson's Real Deal from Peterborough.
Let's pop back to David, where Albert's brought in an unusual oil painting. But what'll our dealer make of it?
Hi, Albert, I'm David. Nice to meet you. You brought me in a picture of a young lady.
Yes, I have.
So what do you know about her?
Well, I was just out one day and I saw her and I fell in love with her, so I
did?
have her. Yes.
Where was it that you...
at the market. I saw her on the market.
OK, and how long ago was that?
4 or 5 years ago.
Right, I can understand you finding it appealing. There is something about her that's delightful, isn't it? What sort of date do you think? I mean,
Well, I can only guess sort of turn of the century.
Yeah, I'm around 19, Edwardian 19.
Yeah.
She looks like an Edwardian lady,
going by the
doesn't she?
style of her clothes and that, you know.
There's no help here. There's no signature, which is always a great help. Yeah. One can just look at it on merit. Still, he brought it in to sell it.
That's
so,
right.
Having fallen in love with her, why have you now decided to break off this relationship?
Well, it's the oldest painting I've got. I've got several, but the others are modern ones, and she don't really fit.
Doesn't fit in?
No.
I'll have a go at £100 for your picture. No. There's something charming. I'll have another little flutter. Am I tempting you a little bit? £120. Here's David. Let's see what he has to say. Hi,
well,
David.
like you, I've had a look at this. There's no signature. It has something about it. Now, the estimate from the independent valuers and the auctioneer, I thought was rather modest, 100 to 150. It's a gambling lot, this, you know. Now, I can't attribute it, but maybe somebody else can, and maybe the sale room is the place to do or die and find out. Unless David decides to tempt you and keep you away from the sale room. Wow. If it was me, I'd be rather curious to know if any of the picture boys rated it.
Right.
You know, if I put another 20 quid down...
I was just thinking if it goes to auction and more people see it, you know...
Yes. There's always this sort of temptation. There's money on the table here,
yes.
Real cash.
That's right.
Or going to auction and speculating. I don't know, but the decision is yours. I think I've stopped at 140.
I think she'd probably do more at auction.
I tell you what, I'll tempt you with another tenner. £150, and I close the bank.
Well, it's cash in hand, isn't it? So I think I'm going to accept your offer.
We're going to do a deal?
Yes. Thank you.
So how do you think you might fritter away this 150 quid?
Well, probably buy something else in a similar vein.
If you go to bargains around
Yeah,
the
I'm a bit of a
fairs
magpie, so I'll see something.
What did you pay for it?
£3.
Did you?
£3, yes.
Oh, well, there's quite a good, healthy profit there, isn't there?
I'll say, David, it's been a busy day and the crowds are still pouring in. The whole team are working really hard to make sure everyone walks away with the real deal.
Behind the scenes, we have a team of experts. They check and inspect every single item before it's placed in front of our dealers. And it's their independent valuation that you see coming up on your screen.
Our next hopeful seller is Francis.
I've got an antique bone chess set with me today, and I've had it for over 20 years. I'm hoping to do well with it today.
He's about to sit down with our Karen, but who will make the first move?
Nice chess set. Why have you got a chess set?
Oh, I've been playing chess since the age of 6.
Have you?
Past 34 years, yeah.
Oh, OK, so giving your age away there.
Yep.
So you're not playing chess anymore, is that why we're here?
Oh, no, I'm still playing. I'm playing
you?
at county level, and I'm 7 times world circular champion as well.
Oh, my goodness. And you've got me, who doesn't even know how to play chess.
Oh, wow.
So you could checkmate me at any point in this deal, couldn't you?
Possibly, yeah.
So what are we looking at here? First glance, you think you've got an ivory chess set, but it's not actually ivory, is it? Because I can see from here, and I think it's quite clear on this particular one, it's very flecky. And once we've got flecks in there, that we know we're talking about bone. So we've got the natural colour here, and then we'll have bone over here in this
Stained in red, yeah.
Yeah, to get your 2 colours. Looks like it's complete, although I have to say, just this bit here.
A bit of damage, yeah.
And slight on there.
Yeah.
So how long have you had this set?
About 20 years.
Oh, aren't you attached to it? Have you won any really super duper matches with it?
Well, it's. I don't want to break it, so I don't want to play with it too
No,
very
are
often,
you that rough when you play?
Yeah.
What do you do? Lob it over to them or something?
Possibly.
So what have we got here? We've got I should think sort of early to mid 19th century bone chess set. Really nicely turned.
Yeah.
But what can I get for it? That's what I'm thinking. And what can I tempt you with? Right, there's 50, 100, 150.
Right.
Oh, car's gone down, David, 150.
150 to 2.
Yep.
2 to 3. Those are the 2 estimations. 150 is on the table. Not bad, but probably worth a bit more.
Okay.
Certainly the 3 might be ambitious. So in that region, see what she says. She's very experienced, remember that.
Okay.
Don't let her get the best of you.
No.
Yes. Francis, £170, and that's me done. Come on now, make your mind up time. What are you going to do?
I'm going to take a gambit and take it to auction.
You're a gambling man, aren't you? Well, good luck.
Thank you
Hope
very
it
much.
does well for you.
Cheers.
I think it came over, I wasn't that keen. Like I said, if it'd been ivory, there'd have been no turning back, and he would not have been walking away with it off to auction. But anyway, good luck to him.
Checkmate, Karen. Let's see if there's a willing player in the sale room.
You brought along a rather nice, thought to be late 18th century, a bone chess set with its own travelling case and a backgammon leather board there as well.
That's right.
OK, you've been playing since you were 6 years of age?
Yep.
How good are you?
Pretty good. 177 grade.
Pretty good, eh? So, you're a bit of a chess person. You sat down with Karen. She said, I'll give you 170 quid. What did you say to that?
Take a gambit.
Take a gambit. I like that. You're here in the auction. Take a gambit. £200 is the reserve. It's coming up now. It's interesting. It's collectible. Is it going to make the 200 quid? As we say, take a gambit. Let's find out.
120 is the late 18th century bone chess set and the overlaid box as well. Interesting combination, this one. What should we say for it? Who's going to start me at £100 for it? 100, that's low enough. £100, anybody? 100. 100.
Calling for 100. Slow down in the room. I thought there was going to be more interest in this.
60 now, surely. 50 bid. 60 now, 60. 60 bid, 5. 65. 70 now. At 65 but a bid. 70 not now. At 65 but a bid. 70 to a...
Far too low. Don't they play chess? What are they doing?
80. 5. 90. 5. 100. 10.
We need to get up to 200 quid.
130. 130 bid. 40 now.
Only 130. Not quite there.
Next. At 130 bid. 40 on now. 130 then going at 130. I'm afraid I have to withdraw that, ladies and gentlemen. We haven't reached the reserve.
Gavel's gone down at £130. Didn't sell, didn't meet the reserve. Bit disappointed with that. What do you think, Francis?
I agree, yeah. Probably put it in another auction another day, maybe.
Got to go into another auction. Bit disappointing. I thought that was a really nice collectible item. On the day, Karen, you were on the money there, girl. 170 quid. That was the real deal.
After the break, it's last orders.
And I like brandy, but the only thing I don't like is probably going to be the price.
But this drink isn't on the house mark.
Oh, let's dig deep.
Dig really deep.
Oh, I can't dig too deep.
Welcome back to Dickinson's Real Deal from Peterborough.
What a terrific day. After all that hard work, it's about time for a drink, and it's Mark's shout. The Duke and auctioneer Colin Young are determined not to miss a single second of this deal.
Hello, Carol. I'm Mark.
Hello, Mark.
Very nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Well, what box of goodies have we got here? I've got to say, first impression, a lovely box.
Okay.
Lovely gilt tooling, red Morocco case. I'm hoping there's something nice in here. Very nice too. Well, to me, this looks like a gift. Was it a gift from somebody?
It was a gift to my ex-husband. It's my ex-husband's, and it was a gift from his mum. Yeah, a few years ago. I do believe he's had it about 18 years.
So probably bought in the 1980s, late 80s?
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah, so, right. And never fancied having a little tipple?
Don't like brandy.
Oh, well. Well, I do.
I've been told, actually.
Yes. Right. Well, I can see from this straight away that this isn't an ordinary glass bottle. What you've got here is some lovely champagne cognac, but once you've actually finished the drink, you then have a decanter. And in here is the stopper that obviously would go into the bottle once it's finished.
Okay.
So, you know, it's got two uses.
Okay, yes.
In the top here, let's take it out. Let's see what it is. So we've got the book here. So it's the Louis XIII Grande Champagne Cognac. Very posh, I must say. And this is 5,463. So there might have been 6,000, or it might have been 10,000, but this is stating this is the number.
That particular one was...
This particular one,
okay.
That's right. And it has various other bits of information of where it was produced. But a very nice thing.
And you like it?
And I like brandy, but the only thing I don't like is probably going to be the price, because I will probably drink it myself.
Colin, beautiful presentation. We have this leather-tooled case.
Yeah.
The decanter itself is by the very famous Baccarat company in France.
Yeah.
And the contents would seem to be a very high-quality blend of cognac. Where do we start with something like this? I mean, you're an auctioneer. You must have seen all manner of things.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen anything like this before?
By absolute luck, the answer is yes.
Really?
Yep, sold one of these exactly from the same run, and it was, what, must have been 6-8 months ago, something like that.
Really? Now, the estimate from our independent valuers, they're saying £300 to £400.
Okay.
Where are you going to place your estimate?
Well, all I can go from is past evidence, and the last one that we sold within a short period of time, the hammer price was 480.
Blimey. Let's see what Mark puts on the table. I've got a feeling he's going to like this. Let's see what he puts down.
Right, should we get some money on the table?
Okay.
Right, let's see what we can do. Oh, let's dig deep.
Dig really deep.
Oh, I can't dig too deep.
I'm sure you can.
Right, let's see what we've got here. £20? £40? I'm not stopping.
Oh, good.
£60? £80?
The box is worth that.
£100?
No.
No?
No. Sorry.
Well, remember, it's for poor me.
He'd divorce me again, wouldn't he?
120?
No.
£140?
Nowhere near.
No.
Carol, it sounds like he's bought the box, doesn't it?
Yes, that's exactly right.
OK, beautiful presentation. We have this blended cognac, but the most important thing is that the bottle or the decanter itself. That's by Baccarat, the French Baccarat company. Our independent valuers and auctioneers, they're both in the same region. They are saying £300 to £400. Yes. I'm reliably told by our auctioneer he has sold one in the past for around about 480, but that might have been an exceptional day. Probably that's all right for the contents, but maybe not for the case and the Baccarat decanter.
Oh dear, it looks like it could be an expensive present for myself here. I've got, what have I got there? There's 140 on the table, isn't there? So you've got 140, now it's 160, 180, £200. Are we getting closer?
You're getting warmish, but not as warm as the brandy will make you feel when you drink it.
Right, I tell you, stop messing around, I'll tell you what we're going to do now. This is for myself, 220, 240, 260, £280. I really, really like it, but I am buying it for myself.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Are you being tempted? I think at 280 it's perhaps a little bit on the keen side. If you want to buy it, Mark, I would have thought tempt the lady for a few more quid rather than let it go to auction. I think it probably is worth a bit more than £300, and I think the 3 to 4 is probably reasonably accurate.
Yes.
But it still has a Baccarat decanter, and let's not lose sight of that. What would that cost you without the brandy? And I think probably that £400 plus, that would be a decanter by Baccarat, but don't let me persuade you. I think that's still a little bit on the cheap side.
Thank you.
£300.
You're getting a little bit warmer.
So look, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'll put down that £320. That's my final offer. What do you think?
Your final.
Absolute last price. The money's on the table. It's your decision. You can take the money or you can go to auction. But remember, it's a bit of self-indulgence.
OK, you have a deal.
You sure?
Yes.
Pleasure. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So cash was king for Carol, and Mark can't wait to get the brandy home. Bottoms up. Our sellers have walked away with nearly £1,400 today. Remember Albert? He got his oil painting from a market for a measly £3, then sold it on to our David, making him a fantastic profit. And how have our dealers got on today? David is holding on to the oil painting for now.
There is something about her that's delightful, isn't it?
As for the telescope...
My eldest stepson, he is Flag Lieutenant to the First Sea Lord. He won't mind me saying this to the world. And so, I'm going to give it to him as a present.
And he's thrilled to bits. Brenda's also been giving gifts to her family. She gave the anointing spoon to her grandson who collects them. As for the Colton ware...
I bought it for myself.
Oh, did you?
And my wife didn't like it, so I'm selling it.
Brenda sold it on to someone who does appreciate it. Karen's yet to find a buyer for the cheese-shaped dish, but did sell on the glass vases, making her a tidy little profit.
Oh dear, it looks like it could be an expensive present for myself here.
Mark has been enjoying the odd tipple and says it tastes superb. Cheers.
It's been a really good day here in the sale room. There's been bags of action, lots of bidding, lots of buying, lots of selling. That's what I like to see. Don't forget to join me, David Dickinson, next time for Dickinson's Real Deal. Bye for now.